Well, good morning, boys. Normally I want to start the day off by being super happy and energetic and in a good mood, but this weekend was a good riding weekend, boys. And I'm going to tell you why this weekend was a good ass riding weekend. Number one, I woke up and my back's going out. Where most of you people would find that as that's a bad thing. Well, it is a bad thing. If I don't take the right precautions or a routine that I have for my back, then it will go out. And if it goes out, that means I have to lay on my bed and I can't move, and I could be out for anywhere from a few days to weeks. I've gone like almost 2 months of just laying around in a bed and barely being able to walk. So, my morning's going pretty good. So I woke up this morning and I did the same thing every 30-year-old does. He wakes up, looks at the clock, goes, fuck, I gotta get up. I gotta go work. I gotta get up. 2 more minutes. Go back to bed. Wake up again. Look at the clock. All right, 5 more minutes. You play that stupid 5, 2, 3, 4 minute game. You finally get up, and when I sat up, I just felt in my right lower back this knot. And there's this, for me, since my L4 and my L5 is fused together, this knot, what it means is there's like four things that I could possibly do. So we could take out this bad boy and I can sit and roll it and maybe I get lucky, or I can skip all that and take some of this and hope to God this will kill the pain, which is extra strength Tylenol, or I can stretch. Now, stretching is super iffy for me because if I stretch wrong, I pull it, and then if I pull it or I snap it wrong, which I mean snapping is just cracking it, it'll go out. So I always just end up trying to walk it out. I guess I have five things then. So like four, my option would be walking it out. And then the last option is I go to a sports therapist or a masseuse. Now, most people would say, wouldn't you have better off going to a chiropractor? I don't like chiropractors because what all they want to do is check you out, start cracking you, and then set up this cracking system where you have to pay $150 to see him. He cracks a little, then he says, come back in 2 days, pay another $100. He cracks you a little, come back the next day, do another $100, cracks you again. $800 later, you're in the same fucking pain you were before. So what I recommend to you is if your back gets super bad, go see a sports therapist and have him crack you. Because what they will do is they'll put you in this sauna thing. You'll sit in there for like 30 minutes and you'll get your whole body like super warm and ready, and you won't be as tense. And then he'll put you out on a board. He'll go through your whole body. And then he'll do the same thing a chiropractor is going to do. He's going to crack some limbs. He's going to shake them. He's going to move them about. And he's going to find all your pressure points. And he's just going to attack those. And he's going to beat the shit out of you. And he's going to fix the problems. He's not going to create problems. He's going to fit them. So if you have back problems, I recommend going to a sports therapist because they end up doing way more and they're willing to work with you. Because usually all a chiropractor does is he has people that have really good insurance and people just come in there and they're just getting some little cracking because they don't do fucking shit with their bodies, okay? You need to go somewhere where somebody knows about a body that's being worked with, hence the term sports therapist. And they're obviously going to work with you. And they're going to be more sympathetic too at the same time. Because when I went to my chiropractor, he's like, oh, not chiropractor, sorry, sports therapist. He's like, let me know about the problems you have. And I let him know. And when I went in there, he started beating the fucking shit out of me. And when I mean beating me, I mean pulling things and stretching me and just beating the hell out of me. And he said if I didn't make any noises, he said, I'm just going to cut this shit off because apparently you don't need it. So now when I go and see somebody, I always want them to make me squeal. And it's only because then they know where my pain is and they get right to the point and they fix it. And that's what I need. I don't need you to rub and massage me. I don't want that shit. I want to be fixed. I need you to get to the core problem. I need a deep tissue massage, and I need you to get right where my back pain is. And it's usually at my lower back on the right. My sciatic nerve will usually go out. My legs will start tingling, and my ass hurts. It's just parts of the system or symptom. And so now I know my back's going out. But the good thing about my back's going out is now I won't ride my bike for a couple days because I need to let my body relax, reset, fix itself, and then hopefully I don't overassert it and fuck it up more. So instead of being young and dumb like I used to be, now I know I'm old and decrepit and shitty, I have to wait it out. So I will say I had a good weekend because if my back's going out, that means I rode my ass off. And when I wake up the next day from a really good ride, if my back's starting to go out, that means I was riding good. That's it. And this is what ends up happening the older you get. You're going to have, if you're younger, you're going to have injuries and they just reoccur. They come back in spurts. Say, I don't know, for example, when I broke my shoulder. I broke this shoulder too. Shit. Okay, let's just go with this one because this one hurts worse because I broke my clavicle bone when I broke my collarbone. My shoulder injuries, like, they still come up. So when I broke that when I was like 25, I still have symptoms from that. And it's already like going to be 12 years later, but it comes back. Like, you might have broke it and then it gets fixed and it heals, but you end up having little symptoms that come from that. So like if I bunny hop way too much, my shit gets really tense and sore. So it is like everybody says, it's just good to wake up and stretch. Sad to say that you got to wake up to stretch. But also before you go ride, it's good to stretch. And when you're done riding, it's good to stretch. And body pain, it sucks, but it's something you're going to have to live with. All the guys out there that are older than me or are the same age as me and you guys have different injuries. I know a lot of people have wrist injuries, and for wrists, mine's a little bit sore. I haven't sprained it or anything, but I've jammed it really bad. So I always just work it out, make sure I stretch it, do a little bit of exercise, moving them around my wrists. I know certain people that have like neck problems. I've gotten whiplash multiple times. That's fine. People that get consistent headaches, a lot of that can be from just reoccurring concussions you've gotten. I've had tons of concussions. I've also had tons of, what's after a concussion? See, I'm super tired right now and I can't think. I've had a brain hemorrhage. That one's pretty bad too. And I've had some clots, like clotting because I broke my frontal lobe or I cracked it from here to here on my 24th birthday or 23rd. Either way, age shit. But now that I know my back's going out, it's getting close. I won't ride my bike for a couple days, even though I'm going to want to ride. That's the sad part. But also, I'm smart enough to know I saved clips. So when I'm going to be going on big trips, I like to film a lot. So I have clips saved up. So on Instagram, I'm able to post a clip every single day. Now, I'm not riding every single day, but I am capable of posting a clip every day because I save clips. And it's just something smart to do. I always want to post something new. Now, I know that I do post a lot of clips that I've done a lot, but I mean, I've had Instagram for 5 years. And the 5 years that I've had Instagram, I put up a riding clip of myself every single day. I have 7,000 something posts. So I know that I don't think there's another rider out there that posts as much as me for riding. There might be, but I don't think there is. I literally post a fuckload of riding. So I'm just going to take it easy from BMX. I'm going to probably, if it gets any worse, I might have to go see a sports therapist. But other than that, I think I'm just going to relax. I don't want to take any medication. I have a hard time with pills, swallowing them. Just the whole idea of it. I like to do it natural. So I'm going to do a little bit of stretching, not too much. And I'm just going to try to keep it calm, because the last thing I want to do is let it go out. And that's pretty much going to be my morning. I'm running super late. I got to take a shower, get ready for work, but I wanted to put a video up and just kind of touch base on just being 30 years old and having reoccurring injuries come back to haunt you, and just kind of the things that I do to take care of myself. Now, I know medically I'm probably doing it wrong, but there's just patterns and routines that people have, and it works for me. And if something works for you, that's the way it goes. Because I've told you guys before, if you go to the doctor and you go to seek medical attention, they're always wanting to do back surgery for what I have. And let me tell you, sometimes back surgery isn't the answer. There's all kinds of other remedies to skip that part. And the last thing I want to do is lose 25% of my back and only have 75% of it left. I don't want to be like some BMX pros that can't even do a bunny hop anymore. The idea of not being able to bunny hop again would suck ass. I can't bunny hop that high, but to just not be able to bunny hop up a curb would be the worst nightmare. All right, guys, I'm calling it good. Fuck this. This is it. I don't want to sit here and talk for 20 hours. Do me some favors. Like this, comment. You get a chance. Share this on your stories on Instagram. Also, you guys got some comments, or you guys have some reoccurring injuries, or you guys have problems of your own, let me hear about those. Leave them down in the comments. We'll talk about those. Hit the notification bell. I love you guys. Thanks for everything you do. Have a great morning, and